One of the best builds this season, the Psionic Assassin, is not only high in DPS, but has amazing recovery while being solo self-hunt friendly. Psysin revolves around using Psy Storm as your DPS skill, which scales only from energy and skill levels. This means scaling your damage is very simple and straightforward. Another huge help is the Psy set, which gives really strong stats, making the Glove Claw Chest combo a top contender for even endgame builds. A good example for this is the current rank 1 assassin, who not only killed Samael, Deimos and Nithogre, but did it with the base set without any trading or outside help, which is pretty epic if you ask me. I personally leveled this build using an Elemental Claw, a level 1 Noctule, maxing Way of the Griffin and Shadow Rush. You'll have no problems with getting through Normal and Nightmare in a pretty speedy fashion. When you reach Nightmare Mephisto and the level 80 challenge, you already have some chance to find some pieces from the Psy set, but of course this will be better once you reach Hell. I've swapped away from Claws at level 90, but I had 400 signets and some endgame items ready. You can use shrines you get from the gifting quests and upgrade sacred items at Charcy in case you want some early crafts. The build obviously functions without the set, but the amount of energy you get from it is insane, so try to get them as soon as you can. Another core mechanic is Cognition. This counts the skill points in certain skills and gives you bonuses based on that. At 75, your Psionic Storm's damage starts to scale with your Cognition. 100 gives you permanent bloodbath without you needing to use melee attacks. Another great thing is Prismatic Cloak, Perfect Being and Doom also contribute to Cognition, so you can get more tanky while still gaining damage. Doom in itself is a great curse, bringing the enemy's magic resist even further down. The last important bonus comes at 150 Cognition, which gives you 15% magic pen, which is a huge damage bonus, since it's a really difficult stat to obtain. From my experience, this comes around level 140-ish. The Psy tree has 3 important skills: your main damage skill of course, Energize, which will give you insane recovery once you lose some HP, and Pinnacle, which gives you a pretty strong damage buff in the form of all skills, at the cost of some defense, but the Assassin is already one of the lowest defense classes, so this doesn't hurt that much. Other useful skills are Anathema from the Claw tree. For 1 point it gives 1 max resist, Shadow Refuge and Shadow Rush, giving us a huge bonus to physical resistance and the movement speed. Now let's talk about the gear. First of all, patch 2.10 has brought some crazy strong upgrades, which are only available from the event. One of them are the +2 chest scroll, and the other is the minus enemy magic resist shield scroll. Keep in mind that if you're watching this once the Halloween event is over and the scrolls aren't available, the build will still function, but it'll lose a large damage bonus. As I've said earlier, our main focus when it comes to sets are energy and skill levels, either assassin or all skills. I've already mentioned that the 3-piece Psy set, as it's really powerful and easy to get. For the helm slot, Royal Circuit is an amazing item, covering both necessary stats while being relatively easy to find. Super easy to get alternative is the tier unique top spin. While still contribute to bonus energy percent, it also adds 2 max resist, which is a huge defensive layer. For the shield, we use a magic rarity shield with +4 assassin skills. The reason being, minus magic resist scroll can only be used on magic rarity shields, and +4 is the best possible single stat you can get on it. It's also pretty easy to get one, since you can gamble tier 4 assassin shields if you have some extra gold. If you want to keep an eye out for this while farming anything else, use this line in D2 stats to notify you once it happens. If you get 6 open sockets or even physical resist, you pretty much won the lottery. But if you don't have the scroll available, the set shield is a decent option as well. Belt and boots are pretty similar. For both, you either go for an honorific with unique mystic orbs or an angelic with skills and large amounts of flat energy. Angelic can be more difficult to get since both stats need to be on the item naturally, but it's also a superior choice if you look around the top characters using this. For rings, either Empyrean Glory for all attributes or Ouroboros with large amounts of percent energy. The event also gives us +35 energy ring scrolls, so make sure both of your rings have that. The amulet slot is straightforward with the Viscerae necklace with up to +3 natural all skills and 20% energy. Not a lot to think about while being pretty common and strong at the same time. If you want to juice this build as much as you can, you ditch the 3-piece set, get Sagittarius for the weapon slot, and a pair of angelic gloves and chest. This can give such a large amount of skill levels and with high investment even energy that this beats the set like nobody's business. But it really needs good angelics for this to be possible, and is a very endgame choice. For sockets, depending on the item, we'll either use pull, full runes or perfect topaz. For attributes, early on you want to have just enough strength and dexterity to equip your items. Once you get your attribute charms, you can go for full energy. Another thing to keep in mind is the breakpoints. For the most safe experience as possible, you need to pay attention to your defensive and offensive speed breakpoints. These are the numbers you should have if you don't want to be stuck in animations any longer than needs to be. This is pretty significant, so make sure you pay attention to this. And now for some boss showcase. Thank you so much for watching the guide. I would like to have a huge thank you to Obab for helping me put together my version of this build and actually proofreading the script for this guide, which is like huge. If you like the video, let me know in the comments, and until the next one, bye bye.